Hi, this is a demo of an app that I've created called Quokka, which is for qualitative analysis. To briefly introduce myself, I'm Dr. William Nyam, currently a lecturer in the School of Psychology at the University of Adelaide. In the past few months there, I've worked on creating an app for qualitative analysis that will be a hopefully easy to use and free to use alternative to existing qualitative analysis software out there. I created this app using R Shiny, and so the source code for this app will be available on my GitHub to download so that you can run it locally on RStudio. But you'll notice, as you can see on the screen, that this app works within browser. All you need to do to access Quokka is to open your preferred internet browser and navigate to palm-lab.github.io/qualca, Qualca. And once you've navigated there, you'll notice there will be a loading screen for no more than a couple of minutes before you will see the page that I'm showing you on the screen now. A couple of things that are relevant. For those of you familiar with Shiny, you'll notice that this app does not use a Shiny app server to run. That's because I used the Shiny Live package to export the app so that it would work in browser. And that's important for a couple of reasons. One, it means that this app does not cost me anything to host, and so it should be able to be accessed or be available indefinitely. And secondly, because there's no communications to another server, that any data that you upload when using this app won't be accessible by myself or any others. So let me explain how to use this app. The thing you'll need is a corpus, of course, to code for your qualitative analysis. The app will take CSV files where the first row is your column heading, and then every row after that is a separate document that will make up your corpus. The text that you want to code for qualitative analysis should be contained within a single column within this corpus CSV file. I've prepared one earlier by scraping comments from the R Science subreddit. To load in a corpus, all you have to do is press Browse on the left-hand side menu underneath Load Corpus, and I will be loading in my test data, which was that subreddit comments, science subreddit comments that I scraped earlier. You'll notice a select text column appear on the left-hand side menu. This is so you pick the column in your CSV file that contains the text that you want to code for your qualitative analysis. So for me, this will be the comment column. And if I go to my coding tab, then I will be able to begin coding. Let me close the left-hand side menu to give a little bit more space. Here you can already see the text to be coded is displayed in my document viewer in the top left. To navigate between the documents is fairly straightforward. You can press the next and previous buttons that appear below document navigation. So you can see each document with each next button displays the text to be coded. Let's say I do want to code a specific set of text. All you have to do is highlight the text that you want to code with your cursor, scroll down to the bottom and press Add Selected Text as Extract. And once you do that, you will see that text is now populated in the codebook with the document ID that you extracted that text from and the time at which you did the extract, where you added the text. These tables are editable, so all you have to do is double-click a cell, and that's how you would add a code for your specific extract. So let's say I will call this my first code. There, now the codebook has the first extract alongside its first code. This app can handle special characters and overlapping strings fairly well, so I can demonstrate now by adding more codes, more extracts rather, another code, and of course you can add as many extracts as you wish across as many documents as you wish. So here I'm going to add a third code to that extract. Let me scroll through to a different document. Let's say this one, and let's say I want to select that specific text for adding extract. Yeah, you can see there it's now populated in my code book. Let me give it the same code as previously. So now I have two extracts with the same code, and you can again see the document IDs where the extracts come from and the timestamps. Now in the top right, you'll see a quick look element, and that is essentially keeping a tab of all the codes that you've used so far and the number of instances for that code. And so that will grow as your qualitative analysis progresses. You can also use this top right element, this quick look element, to quickly add an existing code to an extract of text. So back over to the document viewer, you'll notice I have the document number here. You can scroll through the documents using the arrows here. And let's say you want to go to a specific document, a specific row in your corpus CSV, you can simply type in a number like 56, for example, and it will show the, in this case, the 56 text or whichever number, the text associated with that document ID. So let's say I do want to add another code as my code to an extract from this text. All you have to do is simply have the code highlighted, then highlight the text with your cursor, and then press add text as extract. And you can see here in my most recent extract, the document ID, the extract that I just added, and it's already got that existing code added in. And so that's a quick way of adding existing codes to your extract. You can also edit the codes en masse very quickly. Let's say I want to change all the instances with this code, currently a third code. This table is editable just like the code book. So double click on the cell that you want to edit. So let's say I want to edit this code here. Let's call it something else. And now every instance that had that code will now have the new code something else. And you can see this in the code book below. Those existing extracts now have something else as their code. This middle column, this middle element rather, the research questions, that is an open text box. For qualitative analysis, it's often useful to have your research question or questions visible to you as you code so that you are constantly coding for something relevant to your research question. But this is also just simply an open text box where you can type in anything into this box. So you can use this box for whatever purpose suits your qualitative analysis. Other features of this coding page is that often when we're coding, our codebook will have more columns. For example, you might want to add notes to each of the extracts that you're coding, and that's very straightforward. You can press the add column to codebook button. You can call it notes or something else. So I'll just call it notes for now. And it will create a new column that you can edit. So let's say I want to edit the note for this extract. I double click the cell and type in my relevant note. And there you can see that in the codebook it has saved that extract and those notes. Both the codebook and the quick look element in the top right have a search function where here, for example, you can search through your codes for and filter so that you get the relevant code. This might be helpful if you have many codes and you remember something relevant, and so you can search for that code by using that search box there. And you can do the same thing with the codebook, looking for codes or extracts that contain specific words or strings. Note there's a remove column from codebook, so if you add too many columns to your codebook, you can remove a column. But note that I should say that you shouldn't remove the default columns that I've got there. So the ones left of timestamp, these first 5 columns, best not to remove those. Keep those in your codebook. And yeah, so that's how you would do the coding in this app. Let's say you want to save your progress. That's very straightforward. All you would have to do is press the download codebook button. So when you press that, it will open a new tab. And yeah, you can see that the codebook has defaulted to a name of codebook dash the current date. And so you might consider keeping a whole list of codebooks, which might link to any audit trail or reflexive analysis that you're doing. So let's save that codebook. And so let's say I want to pick back up from where I began. All you would have to do is load in the corpus and select the relevant text, as I have done already, and load in the codebook that you were at previously. So if I load in the codebook now, it will populate the codebook and the quick look, and it will essentially be the same as where you had left off. There's one more page to add to demonstrate, which is the reviewing page. So if I click on that, this is good for reviewing the progress you've made in your qualitative analysis. So on the left in the codebook, you will see a list of the codes that you have written or for your qualitative analysis. Let's say you want to see the extracts relevant to a specific code. All you would have to do is select that code within this code book in the top left, and it will populate with all the extracts that are related to that associated code. So here, these are the two extracts that I've coded with another code. Let's say from this extract list, you want to see the context for one of these extracts. So for example, let's say this particular extract. In the document review element below, you'll see that it will print out, or it will display the entire document text and highlight the bit that is that specific extract, so you can read and get the context for that specific extract very quickly. And so that's the reviewing tab. Okay, let's go back to the home tab. So on the home tab, I've listed a set of step-by-step instructions that I've just demonstrated just now, in case it didn't make sense or you're not sure how it worked. Yeah, so that's they're available on the home page. This app is in early alpha. I just created it, so I'm very much looking for feedback. So if there's anything you'd like to share that you've seen from this video or from using the app yourself, please feel free to email me at my institutional address, william.nyam@adelaide.edu.au. Thank you.